see this? You see what this is? That's a screwdriver. Because we are getting screwed. This is what the hedge funds are using to screw us. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monkey Suckle channel. To all the suckers out there, new and old, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. And of course, this is not financial advice. This is just a show where we're talking about the hottest stocks, the hottest picks. And today we're talking about the one, the only, AMC. The greatest movie franchise, theater, whatever you want to call it. This is the best play. If you've been following this since early this year, you've seen it at its absolute bottom. And if you know what's going on with this, the hedge funds are trying to short this stock and throw it under the bus, and we're not going to let that happen. You know, all the people who bought in whenever that was $3, all the people who bought in when it was $12, you're in the green. And then if you bought in at $30, you're still kind of in the green. And then we saw it skyrocket all the way up to an all-time high of $72. And if you bought in anywhere around there, guess what? I hope you got your nails, because you nailed it. Here's the thing about this AMC stock. It's not really looking so, it's not looking so hot right now. You know, whenever I first bought into AMC, I tried to do this thing where I would sell off all the other shares that I had purchased and just to solely work on this play, throw all my investments into this play. And at first, I really did have a rock hard you-know-what for this stock, but lately it's kind of been feeling a little bit. However, I think there's still faith. I think this stock's going to go up because eventually these short positions do have to cover. I don't exactly know what all this means, but I hear a lot of people talking about it, and I'm convinced, and I think, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your investment, but I'm keeping my money in. I'm going to the promised land.
That's right. Welcome back, everyone, to Monkey Suckle, the one-stop shop for your greener financial future. What hasn't been very green this past month is AMC. Looking at the chart right now on a Google stock ticker, it is down
17
points, aka
31%
over the past 28 days, it looks like.
Well, here's the thing. You can always look at the charts. A lot of people like to look at the charts. They see red numbers, they panic, they sell. But we know that with a play like AMC, it's all about buying and holding. Never sell, because the second you sell, then someone else can buy up that share and they can close out their short positions, and that's going to continue to drive the stock down. And here's something that you can look at. Look at this AMC stock. If you just see the chart. Now bear with me. If you just flip that chart, isn't that looking a lot better? Now you can start seeing an upward trajectory, and you can cross out all this FUD. A lot of people are saying that this play is dead, that it's all just trickling out. But I tell you one thing, my cock's doing this, because I'm still holding. That's how the ape community does it.
Yeah, well, you know, that whole chart flipping tactic, that's kind of what we did on our analysis for Save the Kids. And that's been doing all right. I don't think since we've released that it's gone down that much more.
Has Save the Kids done anything?
It hasn't really gone up, but it hasn't gone down.
Now, a lot of people have been doing, like, this is coming out more and more. I guess Save the Kids is a token. Everyone has, like, their new token, their new investment that they're coming out with to kind of pump and dump and scam the market. And I guess how that plays with AMC is, I don't really know, but here's one thing that's going to happen. The market is going to drop because all these short positions have to close. So they're going to start selling off all their other shares. You know, they don't want to lose money for their investors. They're going to start selling off their tech stocks, selling off their Tesla, their Apple, selling off their Disney, their Elsa coin. And they're going to have to do that in order to have enough liquidity to pay off their short positions and rebuy these shares in AMC, which is just going to cause it to skyrocket. And the more it's skyrocketing, the more people are going to want to jump in on this play, and that's going to cause it to go up even further.
Now, I don't mean to be Bobo the Bear here, but isn't this exactly what we heard a few months ago with GameStop? And I believe that stock was at 300, and then it went down a bunch, and it went up a little bit a few times after that, but it never really went above 300 again.
Well, sure. Initially, it actually went up to if you pull up GameStop real quick, I'm actually curious. So here's the initial squeeze. As you can see, right where that spike is, that was its all-time high. That's where a lot of people jumped in. They jumped in way too late. Once everything kind of died out, it just collapsed, and it went down to somewhere around, what's that say?
$40.59.
Now, if you had sold then, you would be a fucking idiot. But if you held on to that stock, or even if you bought in at $40, sure, it's gone up. We see right around there. I can't see that number.
It's 260.
That's 260.
By March 11th.
And then around here, that's where it kind of dips in. There's a valley. Like I said, every valley has two peaks, so it's always going to go back up once it goes down.
So Wednesday, April 21st, 158. It's currently up
183.
So I guess if you bought then, you still would have made money now.
Yes, if it's at
183.
and then you're up, if you bought in at 42 after the initial spike and the drop, you're up $120 per share. And sure, this is, a lot of people are going to say this is the same as what AMC is looking like now, but it really isn't because we never did see that initial spike and that initial drop off. And so it's very possible, like, fundamentally, I don't really know if movie theaters are going to make it, but this position, this squeeze, they have to buy these shares back. So if you just keep believing that it's going to go back up, and don't let them scare you into selling. That's what a fool does. A fool sells whenever he sees a play doesn't seem to be working in his favor. But then you're just selling your shares and they're not worth this much. And what are you going to do with that money? What are you going to do with your losses? I mean, if something drops, it has to go back up. That's the only way that it can work. And that's what a lot of people have been saying. This is not financial advice, of course. This is just my uneducated opinion about AMC stock.
Yeah. But like that's what they said about GameStop though. And I think they like covered part of their shares, but it never went up past 300.
That's pretty fucking big though. If you're going from what it initially was, what, $6?
Yeah, fellas, no need to give up hope. At the very least, keep watching the channel. Watch the channel on 7 different computers so we can get the watch time requirement for monetization. And you know what? Once we get our first paycheck from YouTube, I'll put in a little bit to AMC to help you guys out, you know? You've been getting hammered pretty hard this week.
We have been getting hammered. We have been getting screwed. The screwdriver's over there on the floor, so I can't use it as a prop. But I tell you one thing, my expectations for AMC over the next week, wait for it. We better hope that you caught it on its way up. This is not financial advice. This is the Money Suckle channel, and I hope that you have a great investing week this next week.
Why?